yeah, you want your refund? Ah!
Hi, my name is DeMarco, and Red kept me up till 3 a.m.
Hi.
Oh man, I love it. I love it so much.
Welcome, everybody, to the Renegade Realm Podcast, episode 91. We're in the 90s. We're actually, I feel like I say that all the time. We're getting old. But
Hey!
we're fine. Yeah?
What the fuck? Get that thing off my face.
Listen, we're going to go run through it, everything. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate
You.
it. Shout out to our RSJ fan. I know Andrew Cullinane's here. There he is. Andrew Cullinane. It's Timmy. Fark you. Barry Donnellan, thank you for being a channel member. Thank you, Andrew Cullinane, also for being a channel member. Game Adaptation Newscast, Rivals is Goaty. Yes, indeed. Arcane, thank you, brother, for being here. The Elemental Hero, the Shadowlink Dragon, Wolf King. I sense the presence of tardiness in Thou's stream. I love that. Oh, God, who else is there? Gray Monad, what's up, man? Oh, God, who else is here? BT Maverick, channel member as well. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with us. And shout out to all the other people who are just lurking and just like to listen. It's fantastic. We love you. We love you. Oh, wait. Okay, everything's fine. Anyway, hey, look. Oh, there she is. Okay, great. Fantastic. Everything's good. Everything's wonderful. And by the way, everyone, Holly, I don't know if you saw Arcane. You see his? You see him?
Arcane, run.
Hi, Arcane.
There you go. All right, Holly, you'll get what I did here soon. It'll click with you.
I see.
No.
Okay, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. All right, shout out American Fury. Haven't seen you here in a while, bro. It's good to see you, man. Frost is here as well. Game adaptation news. I think I already said that, but either way. Anyway, actually, it's Holly's birthday. What day is today? Yes.
Tuesday.
Yesterday.
Tuesday.
Monday. Yeah. Holly, did you have to go into work on your birthday?
I took it off.
Okay, good. That would have been shit. That would have been shit.
Ooh.
Hey.
Can I work on my birthday?
Yeah. No.
Can
You gotta
on your
work.
birthday?
You gotta work.
Okay.
Don't be
It sounds
lazy.
like- well,
DeMarco,
your
mic is wrong.
Mike, what is?
Oh,
mic is
shoot.
wrong. I love that. What the hell is
Yo,
that
what's
noise?
up?
You have a chipmunk?
What the hell?
Whoa.
What the hell is wrong with the Miko?
What the hell is that? What's going on?
Don't worry about it.
I like it.
Just keep going.
Hey, is that better?
That is. You're back. You're back.
Okay.
Thank you. Game
back.
Seeker, what's up, man? American Fury says, I've been busy a lot trying to... I appreciate you, man. No worries. No worries at all. Anyway, hey, let's get into this. We're excited. We're excited to be here. Let's break the ice. DeMarco, you've been gone for a long time. You can, or not, talk about where you've been. But otherwise, tell me what you've been into. Have you been playing anything? Have you had time to play? Or have you just been touching grass? So much grass.
Touching grass. No, I just went on a little vacation, got away for a week. It was really great. I have no idea what's been going on in gaming news. I have just watched some of the Doom Dark Ages gameplay.
Oh,
and
brother.
I agree with, I don't know, Gopher put out a video where he talked, Gopher Vids, I love him. He put out a video where he talked about his thoughts on the Xbox Developer Direct, and he said when he got around to talking about Doom the Dark Ages, he explained that they're going back to an older feel for it. Like they wanted to try to bring it old school, which makes sense because it's the Dark Ages and they're going backwards in Doom lore, but that doesn't mean that they need to take away it's slower, it's more, it's like
It doesn't have
playing
to be.
it's like playing Fallout in power armor versus in a vault jumpsuit. You know, is what I was
It
the
doesn't
impression
have to
I
be,
got.
though. Just before you get too far ahead, just real quick, they have added options, sliders, accessibility options to make you move way faster or way slower, make the enemies take way more damage, way less damage, make you take way less damage, and so on and so forth. There are options. Finally, we can
Okay,
talk about that, 'cause it's
okay, we can talk about that.
we can
But
get
yeah, and then
sorry,
Holly and I continued some adventures, which was a horrible time to do, by the way, because patch 8's going to be rolling out and they're adding new subclasses. But
Oh, I think it did today, right? I saw.
maybe an early
post about it.
release. But
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Whoa, what happened?
they we got back into Baldur's Gate 3, and Baron von Biggins and Cotton Candy continued their adventure as the charismatic gnome and the big brawly beautiful dragonborn with his hot Githyanki girlfriend Lae'zel were a thing. So don't worry about it.
I have a whiny boyfriend.
Oh, Kale.
Who can't actually mage properly.
That's funny. I love that.
So that was a lot of fun. We beat up some goblins. It was a good time.
And we got beat by some spiders.
Murdered by
That's
some
fantastic.
spiders.
Fantastic. Well, Holly, so what else besides Baldur's Gate? How are you? And where have you been? What you been into? And all that good stuff.
I just want to say like a super special thank you to FarQ for the happy birthday BioShock picture that he made for me, which I woke up to yesterday morning, which was very, very nice, and a little gift that he sent me. And then BT Maverick sent me Doom Eternal, like the full DLC package on Steam. So I'm
fantastic.
Looking forward to. I never actually played Eternal. I heard a lot of mixed stuff about it, so I kind of just
What?
didn't play it.
Wow.
So I'm excited to play it on Steam because I think that's probably gonna look a little better, probably gonna play a little fancier. So thank you very much. And then of course DeMarco gifted me a shame gift.
A shame gift?
I am how should I put this? The novice of our little civilization group that plays together, and I'm like off in a corner doing my own little thing trying to survive while these two dudes are like multiple eras in front of me.
Yep.
So they're gonna wait for Civ 7 with all like till it's like actually like fleshed out, because we all know Civ doesn't release fleshed out.
Mm-hmm.
But he thought I needed some practice before they jumped into it, so he gifted me Civ 7 so I could practice and like have a fighting chance when they decide to hop in later. So, and as my brother, he may get to get a little test run here and there. We'll
Hell
see.
yes, sister.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's like
Well,
it's
yeah,
like the most backwards thing with the Steam family. It's like, hey, I'll gift you this game, but now I also get to play it, maybe. And
Yeah,
If
it
it's
feels like
shareable, it might not be shareable. We don't know yet, but
it would make me feel
Either
better
way.
if it wasn't, because then it doesn't feel like a backhanded gift.
yeah.
you
I got this
forgot
from
about
you.
it when you gifted it to me, so the intention was right. It's
Yeah,
just
in my
an
defense, I
extra
completely
oops
forgot
bonus.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's funny though.
thank you to everyone, and Game Seeker. Game Seeker also gave me 500 atoms to use in the freaking
Oh,
Fallout
that's awesome.
76 shop,
Mhm.
and I am a total atom shop slut. I love all of their stuff in the store, and I'm always like, curses, waiting for like times that I have enough atoms to buy something, and I never do. So thank you very much to everyone. I really appreciate it, and all of the kind wishes that I got on Twitter, and it's very much. Besides that, I've been playing Dungeons of Hinterberg a lot, and I am almost done with it. And Call of Duty Season 2 came out today. That's pretty much it.
Oh, what's
That's
in it?
exciting.
I don't
Yeah, what's
know.
in
I
it?
haven't even launched it yet.
Zombies?
Oh, I do
The
know.
new zombies
There's
map?
the new zombies map. There's a
Because
new zombie.
we didn't even do the, what is it, Citadel Des Mortis?
Yeah,
something?
we didn't get that one done yet.
Never even started that one. Oh, we did once.
Thank you, Assassin.
Well, yeah, we did start it, but we should do that. There's got to be plenty of guides now that will help, and they probably have a guided mode now too.
Well, I'll be there. I'll be there.
And perhaps the biggest gift is Jonas might not be listening, but if Jonas does listen, or he's sneaky listening, DeMarco agreed to play Warzone, and I said that
What?
said that Jonas would demand that it be when Verdansk gets back. So
I explained that
Oh.
the real gift was that I would
real
play
gift.
Warzone one
the
single
other
time.
ones are easy. This one actually hurts him.
This one, I'm self-inflicting pain to make this one come to fruition. I will give one Warzone session
That's
of
not
playing.
how it works, though. You got to get warmed up. You got to die a couple times.
No,
You're like, "All right."
I said one
let's go."
session, not one round. I said
Oh,
one
okay,
session.
okay. Fair enough. I get it.
You have-
Because you can immediately be burnt out. I completely understand. That's exciting.
You're gonna die immediately because of your common sense.
No, we're going we're going to play baby mode because that's actually the most fun that we've had. Right? Okay, we don't have to. We can go to big boy mode.
Dealer's choice.
That's hey, if you can choose, DeMarco. How about that?
No.
You're the
no,
dealer,
no,
right? Is that what you meant?
No.
I don't know.
No. It's a gift. It's
Holly's
a
the
gift. I'm
dealer.
not the dealer.
Oh, so it's Holly. Yeah, so she's the
There you
she's the
go.
COD queen.
COD Queen.
There you go. COD Queen. Are you gonna change your Twitter handle to that? COD Queen Holly.
No.
COD Holly. COD Queen Holly. COD Holly Queen.
Makes me sound like a fish.
Makes you sound like a deranged spider.
Deranged spider. Oh, I love that.
Hey,
Shout
fuck
out
you.
to-
Yeah. We'll have to play Warzone sometime since you're willing. It is hard to find people who are willing to play Warzone.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Warzone, like, Battle Royales for me and Holly, we've come to this agreement. We don't play, like, Battle Royale to, like, win and, like, do really well. It's the adrenaline of, like, surviving every moment. Like, the moment to moment is, like, so whenever you die, you're like, damn it, we died, but, like, whatever. It's fine. Let's do it again. It's so addicting. Like, so if you have a team that has that mentality, I think it definitely helps with the camaraderie of everyone just being on the same page of, like, not being pissed at each other.
Yeah.
Because,
Don't play with somebody who's serious about it because
oh no.
It
That,
won't
just,
go
that
well.
just goes with anything, right? Like, you're playing Call of Duty and everyone's like, come on, team, you fucking fuck. Everyone's just, like, pissed the whole time. And you're like, dude, we're just trying to kill a guy. One guy. Yeah. Is that it, Holly? Was that have you had a good birthday? You feel like you've had did you do anything crazy or just you're like, whatever. Birthdays are weird.
I did nothing crazy.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's weird. Birthdays are weird. The older I get, I'm just like, I don't know. But I'm glad that you had a good birthday. I hope that's what you mean. But yeah, you have a lot of love, a lot of people that love you. And look forward. Keep an eye on your porch, by the way. So anyway, shout out to Web Dave. What's up, man? Says that blue number is amazing. Indeed. Lots of fire and flames. Oh yeah, thank you. Everyone hit the like button. I appreciate that. Let me pin that little message there. Assassin, $2 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, put my logo back, you triple nipple chinchilla. In the words of old Captain America, no, I don't think I will.
How did you even get that wrong? It's no, I don't think I will. How did you even get that wrong?
What, because I missed one no?
Yes, you got it wrong.
All right, listen.
Repeat.
I gotta give you props and respect that you know that. So, I didn't realize you were a Marvel guy.
I'm done.
I'm done. Okay, Assassin, what you been
Let
into,
me
man?
just grab this pistol right here.
God. Toxic Buttwin, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Frost, I think I shouted you out too. I saw somebody else jump in. I meant to say hey to you. Or maybe it was Frost. I think I thought I... Oh, Slow Lark, that's who it was. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. He says, hey up. Is that a thing? Ayo, hey up. Hey up. Ew. Okay. Anyway. So, Assassin, hey, what have you been into other than watching Endgame on repeat?
Hilarious. So I've been doing a couple of things. I've been playing Ninja Gaiden lately. I got up to Chapter 7 after that shadow drop at the Direct. Decided to download and give it a try, and it's a lot of fun. The only complaint I have is that godforsaken camera. Holy crap, they couldn't... That's the only thing they didn't update from 2008, and it's driving me up a wall. And actually
Literally.
making Ryu run up a couple of walls.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
when I don't even mean to. I'm like, why are you running on the wall? You dick, turn around.
That's like in Splinter Cell or like Assassin's Creed. Like you're like, I'm just gonna open this door, and you like slowly start opening it. You hit the wrong button. He kicks the door. You dive out a window and kill yourself. Or like in Assassin's Creed, it's like you accidentally like, I'm just gonna run through this window. You run up the wall and backflip like into a
Exactly.
Like, I am not.
Or into an NPC or an enemy.
Can you
I was like,
imagine in
"Duh."
real life, like just somebody just like walking into the wall like it'd be so good. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That would be funny. But no, I've been playing Ninja Gaiden Black 2, so I got up to Chapter 7. Last night I was playing the Berserker Kazan demo. First Berserker.
The origins.
I
of
played that for a
McDonald's.
good couple hours. Managed to beat it. Definitely gonna get it in March. That's definitely
It's-
a day one buy. For
Was
me.
there an NDA Assassin, was there an NDA still on the when you logged in and tried it? Because I played it in November, December, and like the NDAs were were insane.
Oh.
Like it was like you couldn't even like hardly tell anybody you touched
No,
a
this was
game
public
named The
demo.
First Berserker.
I'm talking
Okay.
the
I didn't know
public
you
demo.
played it, Holly. Damn, that's how strict it was.
Yeah, I played it.
I mean, yeah.
in December, November, December.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow. That's wild. That's wild. All right.
The
Mhm.
cell shaded art in that game is so beautiful. It's really cool.
It's really good.
Really-
It's really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I was telling
It's
Red,
tough.
like, yeah. No, well, I wouldn't say it's tough per se. I think
Well,
it's a bit more
if you
challenging.
like Souls, if you're a Souls
Well.
player, it'll feel natural, I think. But
yeah. Yeah, it's
Did
kind of
you
like
ever-
Lies of P, where it's kind of in between a Souls and action, leaning more towards Souls. Anyway, what, Red?
I was gonna ask Holly or well, both of you guys or anyone. Have you guys played Code Vein?
No.
Okay, because that is like anime Souls, so it might be a little too ooh for some people, but it is that cell shaded
Who
Souls
cares?
like. But it's so unique. Like it does a lot of like you have like a home base but there's like a lot of just like women wearing nothing and big old boobies swinging
you
everywhere.
tell
and I'm like,
Assassin,
okay.
not Assassin. Did you
Oh.
tell Umbra about this game?
I will. Let me.
I was
DM
like,
him
why
right
bring
now.
me into this? And you're like, oh no,
You.
Umbra, not me.
Sorry.
I was like, what the hell?
Fantastic.
You're next.
You're next. You son of a bitch. Sorry.
Whatever.
Go ahead, Assassin.
All right, so I said Ninja Gaiden. I said First Berserker. I'm gonna go back to Prey tonight, about an hour after the show, after I eat.
I love
I'm
that.
definitely gonna go get back into it. I've actually been doing what I've said that I was going to do. I've been trading in my Xbox games for PlayStation ones, so I'm very excited to replay the Arkham franchise on PlayStation for the first time.
Chat.
Oh.
Chat.
can't
Assassin
wait.
has been getting his ain handed to him in Prey. It's been
Hey.
beautiful.
Have I?
You
How
shouldn't.
many streams have I missed?
4? 3?
I have not been streaming this past week because of personal issues, but now that I got that situated, I'm coming back.
But you've done 3 or 4 on Prey, right?
I've done, I think 4 or 5
I
by
think
now.
with 4. Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
so I might have missed
I'm
two
looking
then.
at the I'm on my PlayStation home menu and it says I have 9 hours in Prey. So that's about 4 or 5? 2
Okay,
hours
so I
each,
might have
give or
missed
take?
2.
Yeah, that's what you get
Right
for going
there.
on a cruise to Jamaica. No.
Not where I went, but you're right. That's what I get.
Hey, you went to Miami. For all I know, you could have went to the fucking Bermuda, and you're a clone, and we don't know it.
No, if I was a clone, I would imagine that I'd be a lot more handsome.
That's
oh yeah,
not-
RSJ fan in chat. She asked, "What's
very-
Berserker like?"
You're
Kinda like-
very handsome, Andrew Garfield. Don't
Kind of
make me
like
throw up,
Souls
Andrew.
like.
Andrew Garfield.
Don't make here. Go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry.
Holly, would it be right to say that Berserker is kind of like Souls like Game of Thrones in a way? Just the aesthetic and the appeal of it.
It's Souls-like for sure.
They
But it
lean a
does
bit
have
into the
different-
action a bit.
It does have different elements to it than just a straight Souls. I'm not sure. But
Like he's
You
a bit
should-
heavier than other Souls games that I've played.
yes. But if it's, you said you played it on open, there's like an open beta. If it's still open, definitely go give it a shot to see if you're at all interested in it. I think I'll put it on my wish list. 'cause
They
I
put
think
out
it's
an
just-
open demo like a week and a half ago.
Is it? What's the release date? It's this spring, right?
It is March 27th.
Oh yeah, that's the same day as
Ironically-
Adam Fall. So
Yeah, it's
it will be on my wish list for later on. Like,
uh,
can't- I can't
God
play that
damn it.
at the same time. Adam Fall
Well-
has me more than that game.
If Adamfall has a demo, I'll give it a shot. But for now, Berserker has
But you
got
should
mine.
try it. I think it's good. I think people will like it if you have the patience for Souls-likes.
Well said. Look at that. All right.
Yeah, I mean, the demo gives you the first two
The
main
voice acting
quests.
is really good. It's really good.
I mean,
voice acting.
Ben Starr, he's good at his job. That's why I
Ben
like Final
Starr is
Fantasy
good at his
16 a
job.
lot,
I have such...
which I can't wait for Red to play. Get dick.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to... here we go. I was trying to respond to FarQ. He says we have the same haircut.
Oh yeah, so since yesterday was Holly's birthday, I'm not gonna tease her so much today. So I'm gonna be a bit nicer. but to make up for it, I am gonna be a bit meaner.
I'm Nia. Bring it.
I am gonna be a bit meaner to DeMarco and Red because of that. So
No,
sorry.
That's her birthday, bro. Okay.
Thanks.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Hey. To be fair, DeMarco, I was nicer to Red for his birthday, and I was meaner to both of you.
That's true.
When it's your birthday, it's your turn.
What
You
if
gotta
you just be
balance.
nice to every? It's an option. You can just be.
I can't. Look at my name.
Have you met
Look
the man?
at my name.
Have you met the man? Do you think that's
Have you not? Do you not know me after a year and a half by now?
I mean, it's 2025. I don't know, like
Who the fuck cares what year
a
it
nice
is? you
even
dick?
New Year's
number,
resolution?
nice,
and
nice,
stuff?
good,
Yeah.
nice, clean.
Oh, this coming from the woman who said, I don't believe in New Year's resolution. Wait, I'm not supposed to be mean to her. This coming from the asshole? I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, you can't. You're gonna.
I can't do it to DeMarco. I can't. This is not.
I'm too cute.
That's true. That's true.
That is not at all what I was going for.
Oh.
And Assassin, are you? Is that all?
Why
that
do you
got
gotta make yourself? Yes. Why does DeMarco have to make himself look like a Funko Pop when he tries to be cute? Like, what the hell, man? What's wrong with you?
Adorable.
Look at that.
Just like your little necklace that says "I love Bethesda."
Yeah, I love
Who did that, by the way? Who actually did that? Was it you, Red?
Your mom.
Your mom.
She's dead, Holly.
God, here we go.
Since he already said he's gonna be nice to me, I'm really gonna just pack the punches today.
Exactly. Yeah,
So you
like see
can't
how
give
long
it
he
back.
can last. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man, it's so good. Yeah, I love your new permanent logo there for the show.
I hate you. Like,
I
why?
love it. But hey, Bethesda, man. Yeah, I can't.
Look,
fuck with
I
it.
do like Bethesda a lot. I do like their games a
I
lot.
clearly can see that since you changed your logo.
I do. I like old Bethesda more than current Bethesda.
It's fantastic. Oh man. Well, thank you everyone for hanging out with us. Shout out to RSJ fan. I'm not sure if I said hello. Demar clone. What is that? Barry Donnellan. Yeah, and I'm sorry
DeMar
for
clone?
blinding everyone. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Demar clone, like the Andrew Garfield. Like he's like the clone of. I don't know. FarQ says if anyone is interested in Expedition 33, it's in the Insider app. Believe it runs for a week or so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
signed up for something.
Oh.
Holly sent that to me, right? Isn't that the same thing?
I haven't sent you guys anything.
I thought you sent me like a maybe I shouldn't say what I'm saying right now. But never mind.
Maybe you should stop talking before you
That
accidentally
email,
hurt yourself.
The email with the referral code was for.
That's Exodus. You're right.
Yeah.
But there's somebody sent me a link for Expedition 33 Insider.
33
something.
Immortals is also out in open beta, starts today. So I'm going to try that. It's on the Xbox Insider Hub and Epic. It's not on Steam. It's on Epic.
Okay.
33 Immortals looks really good.
Looks really fun.
Try it.
That talk about like a community game night. Man, that would be just the whole community in one game. All 33 of you. Because there is almost 33 people here, which is great. Anyway, yeah, I've just been playing The Witcher 3. I said a million times, went through all the books for the second time, went through Witcher 1 and 2 for the second time, beat them both, finally on the Witcher 3 for the third time and final time. And it's just so incredible. That game, God, no one can do it right. Like, you know how after the Witcher 3, we saw things like Assassin's Creed do like the camera shifts and it's like, oh, it's like everyone's going after like the Witcher vibe. Nothing has been like it though. It still isn't, because like the Witcher 3 does this cinematic thing, which is why I hope that the next Cyberpunk game has like third person dialogue, because it could benefit so much from this. The cinematic, the camera will like, it's not just like Geralt and then the other person you're talking to and then Geralt and then the person that you're talking to. It pans out and does like these sweeps of like the area that you're in while you're talking, and everything is so cinematic in that game, just for no reason, and it elevates it so much. Oh God. So yeah, I've been totally just stuck in The Witcher. Just it's the greatest thing of all time. And I'm playing on Blood and Broken Bones. Finally, I'm doing it and I'm loving it. I was gonna do Death March, but I talked to a lot of people online and they were saying it's really punishing, and it might, because I sort of explained my mentality of like I love stalker games, like I love having to like prepare and really think before I go in. I've really adapted. I really love it. Like Holly said, glass cannon. I love being a glass cannon because it makes you feel rewarded all the time, because whenever you kill one or two enemies, you're like, yes, because you know that you could have died just as easily at any moment. So it makes you feel good. So Blood and Broken Bones, it has been amazing. I'm playing with no HUD, no minimap. I did have to turn back on enemy health bars because that was screwing me up, because I couldn't tell if an enemy was like 75 levels higher than me. So I was like, why can't I kill this thing? Anyway, totally immersed in that. It's been incredible, and that's all that I've played because I am just a Witcher freak, if you couldn't tell. But anyway, yeah.
Are you?
So, yeah, I didn't. It's a cat. It's a kitty cat.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah. Everyone, like older people like that I work with and that I go to meetings with and whatnot. They're like, "Oh, I love your necklace. What's that? Is that a cat?" And I'm like, "Nope,
Yeah.
it's not." But it's fine, because it's like you can't tell those people, like, have you ever heard of The Witcher? So The Witcher, and these are like city councilmen, like the mayor of the city, and I'm like, hey, thank you, like, what is it? I'm like, it is a wolf. They're like, oh, that's great. And I'm like, and that's where it stops, because we're not getting into this right now. So anyway, fantastic. Hey guys, have you ever heard of a little company called Ubisoft?
Ubisoft, you mean?
I think it's you.
Ooh.
Like, you should be
Ooh.
soft.
I think it's you,
How
Red.
do you say usually? How do you say
I say
you as-
Ubisoft.
I
Usually.
say Ubisoft.
Usually. Usually. Oh, I don't know why that was
Wow. Give this
Oh.
guy a fucking medal.
Usually I go play Mario after work.
You Italians.
Oh, man.
Gabagool.
He has a right.
Those
Yeah,
are like
he's
the Timu versions of games.
Oh my God, Temu. Do you say Temu or Timu? We're gonna go on this segment of how to pronounce. I say Temu. I don't know.
Timu.
I think is it Timu? Okay. I trust you guys. I trust you.
Yeah, speaking of the Italian plumber, I gotta talk to Hurricane, actually.
You done?
Because obviously no one here gives a fuck about Nintendo, so Miles will see
I
if
care-
he and I can react
I care
to it.
about
Did you just
Nintendo.
say you're gonna
You don't
call
care
a
about
plumber?
Nintendo?
What? I
You're
care
saying-
about. I like
You
Nintendo.
don't care about Nintendo? You're a PC elite. You're supposed to hate Nintendo. It's a requirement.
Me thinks that's not how it works.
Me thinks that's how it always works.
Usually, I like to play on multiple systems.
I understand where you're coming from. I understand.
Ah. All right, fine, DeMarco. You can join us, but
Thank you.
well, since Red and Holly hate Nintendo, you can join us.
True.
There we go.
That's
What, Holly?
Fallback.
Yeah, Donnie. So you can say it both ways.
What do you mean that's not true?
I have a Switch. I play my Switch. Bitch.
Why do I keep thinking that you hate Nintendo then? The fuck? Oh right, Red. No.
Bitch. Oh my god, I love it. Like it's her birthday.
I
she can
remember
do whatever she wants.
asking him like, "Hey, Red, are we gonna react to that direct?" No, everyone on this panel hates Nintendo. Like, what the fuck? I didn't know
mean,
that.
I will
don't-
pre-order the next one.
I am
Yeah.
too. I
It's
am
gonna have
too.
Xbox games on it, so that might be the thing for me.
Exactly.
Maybe that's how I get in. Except for the Y and the X being in different places, I'm like, that screws me up.
They really should give us the option to switch those. They really should.
Yeah, that would be really cool if you could like just flip it. You could just like pop it out and like turn it, stick it.
All
back
right,
in.
fine. Are we going to react to the Switch 2 Direct in April, or because Red
So
says
anyway,
no, we're all not?
Ubisoft. What's up, Talus Ray? Oh, sorry, he was saying hello. Sorry, and I was about to say he says hello, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, man. But no, sorry.
Wow.
I intentionally disrespected.
Talus
you just now.
is he's joining us on the DeMarco bandwagon. He said hi to Red, Holly, and me, but not DeMarco.
He said and chat, and DeMarco's in chat somewhere, right?
I don't think he's chatted once.
I was waiting for him to say, usually I don't chat too much.
I can't use it that often. You can't do that. You need a break. Come on, it's not
Dilute
funny.
the joke.
Yeah, you're ruining my whole thing here, Red.
I'm sorry.
I was
I'm diluting
I was waiting
it.
for a moment.
You are
It
totally
dilutes
right.
the joke. It doesn't deluxe the joke.
Exactly. There you go. I love that. So smart. Okay. Oh, look at 38. That's what it is. Let me.
All right, where are
I'm
we?
terrible at trying to. You know what? I'm trying to do timestamps as we go, but I'm just not good at it yet. I'm trying to be better. Anyway, yeah. So hey, Ubisoft. We're just gonna. It's terrible. 185 people lost their jobs. Okay. As Ubisoft is like flailing on the ground like a Magikarp, to gain some sort of financial traction. That's awful, and it's like every single year, it's like it's just going to happen over and over with these giant companies. Not only that, but Ubisoft, from what I've heard, like people say that they've talked to people in Ubisoft, it seems like the mentality is that Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's just like a rumor, but Assassin's Creed Shadows sort of is the thing that they're leaning on to pick them up out of the dirt. And I just
They have to get it right.
yeah, and so it seems
That's the mentality everyone has.
well, yeah, and it seems like based on the impressions that people had, ignoring the technical issues because of the streaming, the streaming service, or however they were able to play the game via streaming. Besides that kind of stuff, the actual gameplay hasn't really like set the world on fire for really anyone. I know Skill Up talked about it, and he touched on like all the things like you would expect to be in the game to be there and make sense. Like he talked about like you can't switch your characters after after switching immediately from one to the other. So you're like, oh, never mind, I'll switch back or whatever, and like you have to go like kill yourself to like make it work or whatever. I probably shouldn't have said that phrase just now. But anyway, Colt played it. Colt Eastwood, ACG played it. Young, yeah, Maddie, and I haven't seen anyone that's been like, it was like a lot better than I thought it was. Like, so it just, I titled the thumbnail like the end of Ubisoft, and I guess I just wanted to talk about like Ubisoft in general. Like, how do you guys think that they could make a turnaround? Because in my opinion, it seems like because they are just like everything is so formulaic. It's just everything is so Ubisoft all the time, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I love Ubisoft games, but a lot of them really borrow elements, and they just keep copy and paste, and make it fit within whatever the universe is for the next game, whether that be Far Cry, climbing towers, and Assassin's Creed, you climb towers, that as an example. What would it take for Ubisoft to pull themselves out of this like state that they're in. Like we're hearing a lot about Splinter Cell. People have been wanting Splinter Cell forever, and like, would that even make them enough money to like make it financially viable to make sequels? And after they reboot it, I don't know. DeMarco, you have a great, very cozy looking throw over your shoulder, which makes me want to go to you first and ask you, what do you think, man? What do you think is going to happen with Ubisoft in the future? How
Oh
can they,
shit!
Just
Non-
I'll be right back.
big loaded question.
Non-open world games. I memean, it's formulaic because they do an open world formula, and they're like, look, open world games are even evolving. You have studio heads, mostly from the smaller studios, right? These new ones that are popping up, amongst all the layoffs, that are saying, hey, people don't want 300-hour games anymore, and I completely agree, right? Someone said earlier in chat, like, how do you guys have time for multiple 100+ hour game playthroughs? I mean, I don't. unless my life was go to work, come home, like play games, make some dinner, maybe do takeout, and then go to sleep and sort of rinse repeat. And if that works for some people, that works for some people, right? If that's what makes you happy, more power to you. But I am someone who needs to get out. I need to socialize. I need to go touch grass. As we all know, I love touching grass. So, yeah, non-open world games I think could be a huge benefit for them. And then also letting Ubisoft needs to not be afraid to take risks, because obviously what they're doing is not working. So you have two options: either you double down on what you're doing, which is already not working, or you say, hey, let's take this risk and maybe we'll get something out of it. And the reality of that is some of those projects will work, some of them won't. But I think the ideal situation is you see something like what we saw with Tango. They made horror games and then they made Hi-Fi Rush, and you go, what the fudge? Like, how did they do this?
Yeah.
and
Guerrilla
and if
Games going from a first-person shooter to Horizon, you know?
yeah,
They took a big
Horizon
risk and it worked.
Obviously we have to wait and see how Fable comes out, but
Yeah,
Playground
another,
game,
yeah.
right?
That's a really good point.
So all of these or Obsidian, going from, I always use Obsidian as the example because I think they're great with it, but going from open world RPGs to a survival sandbox game. And so these opportunities would allow Ubisoft's developers to have a lot more leeway, which is what will inspire creative titles. And part of that too, we're seeing it with whenever we get in a conversation about Bethesda, the conversations always pivot around, well, the studio's just too big. And so if Jonas was here, he would, these are his comments, but I agree with them wholeheartedly. You don't have those water cooler talks. You don't have those side things where it's like, man, it'd be really cool if we do. Let's actually try to do that crazy thing that we were talking about at lunch, right? And so Ubisoft could easily split into some smaller teams, which again is how Obsidian did it with those other projects, and it would allow to the opportunity to say, hey, these aren't things we normally do. Let's do them, and hope for the best. And we might get a new IP out of it, we might not, but it's okay because we're going to be working with smaller budgets. We're not working with Avatar that we need to license the entire game, that the franchise, and then also make a massive title that appeals to multiple millions of people in order to recap just the licensing fees alone. So smaller games, stray away from open world, smaller team sizes to work on those games, I think could be a big breath of fresh air for Ubisoft. But they obviously what they're doing isn't working.
Yeah, it's not at all. I totally 100% agree with you. I feel like they're in a position to be able to make financially in a position to take risks, but they should have been taking those risks 3 to 4 years ago, instead of wasting time on, again, like the formulaic thing. Like, And we don't need to go like into the detail about like nitty gritty controversy of Assassin's Creed Shadow and what people think it should have been and all that kind of stuff. But it's just a lot of fumbling with that company. People keep yelling and screaming about like what they want. And yes, like Twitter and social media, YouTube might be the minority for a lot of people, but I think those people speak for a lot of people with the huge audiences that they've garnered over the years. So I think that they should listen a little bit to. I'm not saying just listen to the fans and just make that exact thing, but like Splinter Cell is the big example that I'm going with here. Yeah, Holly.
Yeah, and
do you?
You
no,
need.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you ultimately need these studios to have the ability to. You could still do open world games, but there's also ways that you could change up the formula too for that. Like, Star Wars Jedi Survivor was a way that you can have an open world like experience because there were open elements, there were open regions, or Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. The issue is that these massive open world titles, they haven't innovated them in years, like really since Oblivion. They haven't changed that much. All they've done is filled them with more stuff, and that stuff isn't fun. It's monotonous, it's tedious, it's checkboxes, and we all have had this discussion before. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Holly, what do you think about the future of Ubisoft and how they can fix it? If you were the head of Ubisoft, what would you do?
Run.
Ubi.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, the problem with Ubisoft is they have played it safe for too long, and it's the same game with a different skin every time, which is really a shame because, like, even just Far Cry 5, which was, what, 6 years ago, maybe? 7 years ago? Fantastic. I loved Far Cry 5. It started to have some of those issues, right, that we see now in their games, and everyone knows how I feel about The Division, but I also think that The Division is a little bit unique because Massive tends to be unique from the rest of Ubisoft. They've kind of, I feel like they've sort of maintained their own personal identity, although I do feel like some of that Ubisoft forced stuff made its way into Outlaws, and Outlaws just kind of was an underbaked game. I enjoy it, but I am very comfortable in saying that I know it has major flaws, right? Like it's not a fantastic game. I just enjoy it. So most unfortunately, they've kind of forced a lot of the open world, and you can have open world and it be very good. So open world isn't necessarily a problem. It's that they've done the same thing so many times that literally everyone now refers to it as Ubisoft bloat. No matter who makes the game, what the game is, it's Ubisoft bloat. And it's not really a good thing to be known for, but the problem is, like, they do absolutely make fantastic games. That's the problem. Is like they make really good games. Their graphics are phenomenal, right? Like they have excellent IP. They've just kind of lost their way a bit. They have the Tom Clancy deal, right? Like you could do all kinds of things with Tom Clancy stuff besides The Division, besides Ghost Recon. They just need to pull it back a little bit, understand that there is a place for games that have a lot of that open world, monotonous exploration stuff, whatever, right? Because there are people that do like that stuff, and that's fine. But it shouldn't be in every game. It should be minimized. It should be in certain IP, maybe, is the way to go. You shouldn't tie achievements. You shouldn't tie advancements in the game to having to go do all of that additional bloat stuff. That way people can enjoy it, but the people who don't want to do it, it's not tied, doesn't bother them. They can move on with their day and feel super satisfied with the game that they had. And then the other thing, I mean, what we've seen with everybody, and it's kind of where gaming is right now, is it's just a good time to go back and explore your catalog. The stuff that people have been gaming for a really long time, you know, clamor for, is stuff that a lot of the newer generation or you know, like people like me who took a long break, right? Like, I didn't play any of that stuff. So bring it back, revitalize it, do a remake, do a remaster, whatever it needs, right? And kind of spruce it up. And it's easier for them to do those types of projects and know that they're going to sell, right? Because they're banking on nostalgia. And they're also banking on bringing in new people because of the nostalgia, because of people hearing about these games all the time, right? Like, it's kind of a safe bet. Certainly that doesn't mean that you should just abandon, you know, going forward and trying new things. But when in a time that you are like low in the coffers, you don't have a lot of money, you're struggling, those are the kind of things that are easy wins to sort of keep the boat afloat. And then maybe work on sort of streamlining some of the other stuff. And I know I saw somebody write in the chat about whatchamacallit, Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia was it was released at the beginning of the year and nobody bought it, or it just underwhelmingly sold. But what I will say about that is, I guess that is a game that a lot of people did have nostalgia. It didn't really sell that well, but I do feel like that one's a little more specific. Because I do feel like not a lot of people talk about Prince of Persia, not like they do Splinter Cell, right? So it was a little bit niche, and then I think the style is a little bit niche, and then they just didn't market it that well, right? Like, because I think it came out I want to say it came out at the end of January last year, and Pandora was in December. So, or Avatar.
Yes.
So, you know, there was such a big push for the Avatar game because it was the big game. It was,
and it's
Avatar,
Avatar,
$70 game, and it's Avatar, and they probably paid a ton of money for the IP. You know, stop buying or signing deals where you have to give a chunk of your change away for named IP, right? But I think that just sort of helped overshadow. Plus that, I think the Prince of Persia game was only like a 30, 40, 50 between, you know, in that lower tier
50.
price range. 50, yeah. So I think it's just a smaller experience, and they just didn't push it as much because it didn't have the same current name grab as some of the others.
Yeah, that's you. Well, I'm not even gonna let Assassin talk because you just said everything. Yep. All right. Well, next topic. No, I'm just kidding. Real quick, Arcane. I meant to tell you guys, Arcane was going to be jumping on halfway through because this is his time of the month to be. He has a little bit of free time, so we want to suck him. Like I said last night, we suck him dry. Just suck him for all he's worth, and just get it all out of him as much as we can. So,
Kane, I need you to. I can't have you wearing. Like the black shirt with the black background with the yellow chair with the yellow on the shirt. You look like a crash test dummy.
Let him do what he wants, DeMarco.
I think he looks great. I am really happy with his.
I just look and I see. I don't know. I guess I'm just a jerk. I just look and I see a crash test dummy.
You know,
All I see is a head.
when I do something like this, I don't think about my fashion sense. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna come on camera and people are gonna take it or leave it, and DeMarco's leaving it at the door. So,
and then DeMarco Devo over here has to fucking ruin it.
Oh, I'm DeMarco. I can go and travel the world and do whatever I want. Fuck you. No,
You sound just like him. Oh my god.
That did sound really close to me, actually. You know what? I gotta give you credit for that.
Exactly.
That's that's what
Exactly.
I was saying before I left too. Like that was I think the last thing I said to Red before I walked out the door.
Woohoo!
There is a DeMarco.
Woohoo!
Yeah, exactly. See, it's the same.
Woohoo!
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 What's going on?
Woohoo! Anyway.
Woohoo!
Hi, hello everyone. I'm jumping in halfway through, so I'm here a little bit late, but wanted to just join the discussion and say hello to everyone. Also, happy
Appreciate
belated
you.
birthday, Holly. I know you saw my tweet the other day, and I suppose I unwittingly also got you a birthday gift, which was a demotion in the chat. That was my birthday gift to you, so
Exactly.
Yes,
See, you got
are
got
now
it.
free to continue the
Yep.
running joke. The joke went off to the races,
It
a
went.
good start, and then it was stalled
And then
out
it never
for a little
stopped.
while, and then it's back up again. So there you go.
There you go. Yeah, thank you for jumping on, man. Like I said, whenever you have free time, we want to have you on more often. That way you can get your have a little bit of an outlet, a little positive outlet, hopefully.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
you
Well,
look at
it's. I mean, I don't get to have discussions like this very often with people in my personal life. So yeah, it's good to kind of have an outlet. So thank you very much for
Indeed.
for welcoming me on.
Yeah, so we are obviously, if you were keeping up right up to before you joined, we were talking about Ubisoft and how to pull themselves out of the mud or whatever. I just want to jump to Assassin real quick before he loses his train of thought and his mind real quick, because Holly made so many great points about her idea of everything, just the brand name, and having Tom Clancy and how they're going to move forward with. Sorry, there's a super chat there. I really appreciate you, Game Seeker. Thank you so much, man. $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, "Has anyone played Internal Strands yet? Thoughts?" Yeah, I saw that today on Twitter. I didn't realize that it was like a third-person fantasy game. I didn't.
Oh
I
my
haven't paid
God.
attention to that at all. Yeah, it looks pretty.
Well, there's been,
Yeah, it's
like,
not. It's not like I haven't been
zero
sharing their
marketing.
gameplay in our chat or anything for the past few months.
Oh, okay.
Dick.
So anyway, there's
Oh,
been like zero
Red, you remember
marketing for
when
that
I
game.
shared it? Red, you remember when I shared it in chat?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay. I wasn't seeing
Okay.
anything Assassin's shares. I don't know.
I'm glad I'm on the good side tonight. You guys tread water. Suck
I've
it.
been talking about this game for a while. I've said, hey, this is a game from Mike Laidlaw, a former Dragon Age dev. You should take a look at it, Red. And you're like, it looks like Zelda. It looks like shit. And I'm good. Like, what the
Remember
what
when
are
I
you
shared it
talking
with you?
What?
Remember when I shared it with you and I said, "Hey, this is by Mike Laidlaw," and you're like, "Damn, this kind of looks pretty
Dude,
sick."
It looks pretty sick, bro. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah!
"Kinda looks like
Oh,
a
okay.
Zelda, but it's
When
made for
DeMarco
me."
shares it to you, it's
Right.
cool. But when I share it, it's shit. Okay, I see now.
I just understood it.
I see it
better.
now.
I was like, I see where he's coming from. I think that's
Chat,
what it is.
unironically, this is how they actually talk in group chat too. This is not like a
There's
show
no
thing.
cohesion.
There is no cohesion.
it
Anyway, do you have a
seems
fucking
really
question?
aggressive.
I want to play Marvel Rivals. Let's do that right now.
Let's do that right now. Fuck the show. Let's all play Marvel Rivals. I would love to do it. Yeah, no, the question was, has anyone played it? Thoughts? I saw it for the first time today. It looked interesting. I just didn't know that I'd never seen gameplay. I've only seen like screenshots and whatnot. So
What?
yeah. So
I'm done. It's basically Zelda meets Monster Hunter meets Shadow of the Colossus. Either play it or don't.
okay. Well, there you go. Well, thank
Isn't
you.
that how you would describe a little bit of Dragon's Dogma, though? Would be like Shadow of
I
the
mean,
Colossus.
kinda. I
meet-
mean,
maybe not Zelda. I wouldn't use Zelda for.
well, Zelda's mainly used for the some of the mechanics and the aesthetic art style.
No, I was just. Yeah, I was just. Okay, no, sorry. Go on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Monad says
I'm
he's playing
actually
it right now.
I'm actually gonna download that and play it after I stream Prey. So I'll probably have some thoughts next week, maybe. Since I like games. What's the question, Red?
The question.
Yeah,
I just
you have a
wanted
question about Ubisoft?
I did. I just wanted to make sure that Game Seeker felt like he was, like we answered his question. Have we played it? I'm excited. I'm sorry, I'm not excited. I have a little bit of interest now that I've seen it in action. I'm like, oh, that's not what I thought it would look like. So,
Called it was DeMarco.
which one of y'all kicked me? What?
I can't blame Holly because I'm being nice to her, and Red, he obviously wouldn't believe me if I said Red, so DeMarco's the only choice.
Kicked.
And
me?
I
What?
can't ban anybody, and I can't kick anybody.
Last thing I saw was you said, "How is everyone today?" I don't think anyone. Yeah, Yasuke kicked me.
Yeah.
Nawe kicked me. Yeah, exactly. Yo, Sith Lord, what's up? Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate that. $2 super chat says, happy birthday to the best girl in Chicago. Down there in Chicago.
Umbra's not a
Happy
girl.
birthday here, Chicago. All right, is that not a...
Hey. Still nice time.
Oh, we're not allowed
That
to...
was actually being mean to Umbra, if you think about it, Holly.
I don't understand. Anyway, happy birthday.
What do you understand?
Thank you, Sith.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Sith.
man. Yeah, so, okay, Ubisoft, Assassin, everyone is disappointed with Assassin's Creed. It's very underwhelming. I wouldn't say disappointed. Everyone's just sort of underwhelmed, or at least whelmed. There's just no...
Oh,
excitement
okay, so...
for it. So
I
what's
see
going to
how it
happen
is,
with
so-
Ubisoft in the future? What would you want Ubisoft to do to improve?
Well, I'm going to correct you and say that actually the majority, or not the majority, but a good chunk of the community is actually surprised at how good Shadows is. Obviously, there are some outliers like Skillup and Young and a couple others that maybe aren't exactly impressed with what Shadows is offering, and that's okay. For me, I'm not exactly happy that they brought the RPG elements back, but that's just me.
I don't think it's going away.
It really should. It really should. But I'm just glad that they actually gave us an actual assassin. I'm going to be playing as Nawe the whole time. Just sneaking around, stealthing, because that is Assassin's Creed to me.
Yeah.
I know people want to be more confrontational, and that's what Yasuke is for, but... Me, I just like going around sneaking, stabbing, pulling, that sort of thing.
Bopping, twisting.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't added a feature to snap someone's neck from behind yet, but I don't know. Maybe. As far as what Ubisoft can improve, before I get to that, I have to say it's actually the community that should change a little bit. Maybe stop using Ubisoft as the eternal punching bag. Because like Holly has said, they make great games, but when they do, no one cares or even tries to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, does anybody even remember Roller Champions? Like a multiplayer non-live service game where you're actually skating?
It sounded
Or does anyone
good until
remember
you said
Immortals Phoenix
live
Rising?
service.
I said non-live service.
Oh! Well, it sounds better now. Thanks.
Does anyone remember Trackmania? No? What
Well,
about...
that was the
character from-
skiing one, right? That
What
was that
about
skiing-
Riders Republic? Yeah, that one didn't have live service. What about Immortals Phoenix Rising? What about Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown? They have so many great games because they're more of a
Persia do
a
well?
punching bag. What?
Didn't Prince of Persia do well?
It did not, because
Oh.
people obviously they see Ubisoft and they use it as a punching bag.
But these are
immediately.
all so these are all the examples you're giving are either very like niche audiences, like something like a Riders Republic. Wasn't that the bike riding one?
Yes, and it was actually surprisingly a lot of fun for a lot of people.
I'm not saying it's a bad game, but because
Well,
I
let
never
me finish.
played it.
Let me finish first, sir.
Okay, all right. You know, you can.
As
You
far as
shut
the
up when I'm
Ubisoft
talking to
blow,
you.
as far as the Ubisoft blow, term, yes, it started with Ubisoft, but no one told the industry to follow. Now, did they? No, they did not. And to be fair, ironically, the two games that I'm most excited for from Ubisoft are actually the remakes of Splinter Cell and Sands of Time, which are both linear-based games. So I do agree with you guys. Ubisoft needs to experiment a bit more with their IPs. I mean, we're apparently getting Rayman back, so there's a platformer.
Woohoo!
Division, obviously, that's its own thing. Rainbow Six Siege is the only live service it needs. Ubisoft, can we not put people on a Call of Duty competitor and try to advertise that and then ultimately fail? Maybe don't do that. Maybe try not to go after one of the biggest titans in gaming and then utterly fail a year and a half later. Just maybe stop chasing trends and actually start setting trends by actually letting your developers cook what they want.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Expedition 33 was actually is actually made by a team of former Ubisoft devs who realized they couldn't make that under Ubisoft because, well, Ubisoft wouldn't allow that game to go out the door. They wouldn't, because it doesn't look like a Ubisoft game. It just doesn't. Sorry.
I would say
if they had pitched that to Ubisoft and they would have said nope. Doesn't look like it'll give us money. Doesn't look like it'll do anything.
Do you
for us,
climb
so
a
no.
tower? No, sir. You don't climb any. Get out of here!
you're fired. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So, start experimenting again. Start bringing back IPs that you haven't touched in decades. You're doing that with Rayman. You're doing that with Splinter Cell. You're doing that with Prince of Persia on some level. That's a great start. Make Assassin's Creed great again. But stop releasing it every year. Just give your developers the time, the resources, and the actual empathy. What? I see the vision, I see where they can succeed, it's just I don't know if they can do it. Ubisoft is now where Bethesda will be in 5 years. Or 10 years. And that's scary. Sorry, not sorry. I think Ubisoft should absolutely change a few things, but I think the gaming community itself needs to change too. You stop using Ubisoft as the fucking punching bag of this industry when every other major publisher has the same problems. They're not innovating. They're not doing anything. Look what happened with Dragon Age, for God's sake. Red, can you honestly tell me that Dragon Age the Veilguard is one of BioWare's best?
No, it's probably the worst. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
This man's too busy laughing at one of Colt's knee slapper jokes.
It's such an inside joke. If you know, you know. It's one of those things. Express A train. Bing, bang, boom. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, make Assassin's Creed great again.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Arcane. It's finally time. Finally time. Baby. To the image of Mrs. Buttersworth. Damn. Okay. Stop this. Arcane, I need you to be serious. Take this seriously. All right, no laughter, no happiness.
Maybe look in the mirror.
What's gonna happen? What's your opinion on all this with the impressions of Assassin's Creed? People were expecting it to be like Ghost of Tsushima, which that's going to be the thing that people are rightfully going to compare it to, because that's sort of all that we've had in the AAA space in the past few years. And Ghost of Tsushima nailed that aesthetic, and I think people were wanting Assassin's Creed to take some notes from that maybe, and they wanted to elevate it in some way and make it Ghost of Tsushima, but it's the Assassin's Creed version of that, and it doesn't sound like that's what we're getting at all. So what's the future of Ubisoft look like? How do you think that they should move forward to be successful? What would you do if you were Mr. Ubisoft? Mr. John David Ubisoft.
I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Well, actually I would, but so I mean, it's fine for people to compare it to Ghost of Tsushima because I think obviously on a surface level there are so many similarities, the Japanese setting being the big, huge thing. But if you're going to compare it to that game, you're just going to end up disappointing yourself when it releases because it's like you said, it is going to be a very different kind of open world action game. I think that it really doesn't matter at this point if the game is successful or not. Ubisoft is going to change. Like the Ubisoft that we know now is going to change no matter what happens after Assassin's Creed Shadows. So if it's successful, it really just means that they have a few more years to put all their chips in on projects that people really care about and that really matter. I think. So you asked me, leading into that, you asked me like, what would I do? I would throw a ton of chips in on the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake and the Splinter Cell remake. I think if you really nail those two, that's how you win back some goodwill from your consumer base. And also, just because remakes and remasters are so popular right now, I feel like they're jumping on a trend, but they're also not in a way. I don't know. If I was in Ubisoft, I would be throwing all my chips in on those two projects specifically. And also, and this will make Holly happy, I think you throw everything onto Division 3. I think you try to make that game as perfectly executed as it possibly can be. But no matter how Assassin's Creed Shadows turns out, and I'm not saying that I'm hoping they fail. Like, I never wish failure upon any studio.
Well, Microsoft.
Well, no, not even Microsoft at this point. That's a whole other discussion. But I don't wish failure upon Ubisoft's developers specifically. But I think the what's the CEO's name? Yves Guillemot, I think, is the guy's name. I think he has been learning some very harsh lessons. Whether he's going to actually take anything of value, anything substantial from those lessons, who knows? But my opinion is simple. I think that it doesn't really matter if the game is successful or not. Ubisoft, as we know them, they're going to change. Whether that means a buyout by Tencent, which I think honestly at this point there's a very real possibility of that happening regardless. Or if they just, decide, hey, we're just going to dissolve Ubisoft entirely and we're going to sell off all of our assets to separate publishers and separate corporations. Or, like I said, the game is successful and it buys them just a little bit more time. But it's not going to buy them, a full 10 years worth to be able to blow cash on whatever projects. Like, no, they need, it's going to buy them maybe 5 years at most to really focus in on stuff that they think is going to do well and that we think is going to do well. Because for the longest time, Ubisoft has only really cared about their shareholders' opinions. They haven't cared much about the consumer opinion. And everybody in the fan base has been clamoring for, like, we love Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. That's a classic game. Give us the remake. Where the hell's the remake? Red, you are a huge Splinter Cell fan. Where the hell is the Splinter Cell remake? It's like, we have been clamoring for these projects and we're no closer to getting there. Instead, they're blowing cash on NFT games and a bunch of other stuff that nobody in their right mind is going to dedicate time to.
No. That's not their fault. You just don't understand.
I don't understand. I do not understand the business.
Oh
strategy.
God. Okay, the more that he does that, the more he sounds like he's like Umbaha, like from Wolfenstein or some shit.
I do not understand. I just love how you put you put a.
He's putting the
emphasis on
Nazi thing in.
The understand.
Okay, careful.
Well, it's Ubisoft, so you
be careful.
you don't understand Ubisoft.
Yeah, I don't understand Ubisoft.
Yeah, come on,
All right,
get it together.
all right. NFTs are the future, man.
Ubisoft needs to adopt a unique business strategy.
I'm gonna slap all of you, except for Holly.
No, but that really is kind of like my.
Look,
short
Assassin, you're
sweet
gonna
bit.
start doing it too. It's undeniable, all right? Eventually, you'll
Look.
start doing it as well.
Okay, look, I'm gonna
Oh, man, that's-
oot on to Arcane's bit here.
Okay.
You know
Just
I'm right. That's
bring-
why you're
bring-
sighing.
Yes, I am. Like, this is Ubisoft was my publisher. Like Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, a lot of their IPs. I put so much time into Siege, so
1,000 hours in Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah.
to see them go this way because of their mismanagement, because the chasing trends, it's just so sad, man.
That was a good
Like, if
way
they
to
were-
unify the conversation, Assassin. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Like,
for that.
I mean, if there was, can we bring back Watch Dogs and put Far Cry on ice? For God's sakes, you're not doing anything new to Far Cry.
Unofficially,
just
I'm sure they already have.
I mean,
I think this.
if Assassin's if Assassin's Creed Shadows does well, I do agree with you, Arcane. It's gonna buy them some time, maybe 6 months, maybe a year. Will
little
Prince of
more
Persia:
than
The Sands
that,
of
I
Time? No, I don't think so. But if they manage to buy maybe another year, year and a half, will Sands of Time be out by then, and will it actually be great?
Well,
I
they
don't
were
know.
They were targeting 2026 for that remake.
Exactly.
Anyway, weren't they? So
Yes, we got the Ubisoft Forward last year. It showed Sands of Time was 2026, but there's
you
no
know,
guarantee that it'd be good.
the rumors about Far Cry 7 that have been kind of floating around that I've read sound really interesting. It really does sound to me like they are trying to take some very different approaches to how they would traditionally make a Far Cry game. They're trying to do stuff very different. What I read about Far Cry 7, the way it's being described almost sounds, and maybe this is a sign of things to come. It almost sounds like what Rebel Wolves are doing with Dawnwalker, where there's gonna be a time limit.
Timer.
Yeah, there's gonna be a time limit in Far Cry 7, and doing certain things is gonna progress that timer, and you only have a certain amount of time to like complete your main storyline or whatever. And
Do you think that's gonna be the new trend to like try to get
honestly,
shorter,
I feel
shorter
like that,
experiences? Because that kind of
I don't
blows them
see-
out.
I don't see
100%.
why.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because Persona's been doing that for years, and yet no one's
Well,
jumping on that mechanic at all.
Well, that's
Well-
how most of these things start, right? Is a game kind of does it in the background, and then you get
Yeah.
one sort of major title that comes out and does it, that just steals the show, and then you got the guys in the back going, "Hey, that was my thing." And everyone's like, "Shut up back there! They did it first."
I guess.
And you're like,
Yeah,
"No,
I think,
no, they
I
kind of
think
did it."
with
but-
Persona, it has the stigma of just being a JRPG. I'm sorry, Assassin. I'm sorry to any JRPG fans in the chat, but
Yep,
there's a stigma
this is
around
exactly what I'm
JRPGs.
talking about.
Like, people don't give them the credit that they are very often deserving of.
Yeah.
So,
Especially
But,
on this
um,
panel.
but yeah, I think that DeMarco is 100% correct. I think we're moving in a direction where shorter games are going to be more of a priority, like prioritizing, proper scope, properly
But- well,
scoping and
what I-
budgeting your games and making the shorter experiences.
Yeah, what I meant
and-
by that really was sort of now these developers can make games that overall, like, let's just use Dawnwalker as the example. Let's say you get 5 days and then you get 3 actions per day, right? Make it nice and simple. So 5 days, 3 actions per day, that's 15 actions you could do, and then the game's over and you live with those choices, right? So now you have a much shorter experience, but it's wider. Because now it's like, well, what if I do it in this order? What if I do it in this order? What if I do it this way, that way, that? And you mix and match all those different
it
things.
incentivizes more replayability.
Replayability as
which-
opposed to
which also-
a 100-hour
Yeah, which I
thing.
mean,
So
just
I don't know if
prioritizing
like,
replayability
Yeah.
also leads to higher player retention, which is a statistic that we know these companies are always chasing after. So there's that.
I think we can all agree that we hope that Ubisoft manages to pull through. I want the Splinter Cell remake to come out and it be great, and me and Red talk about it for years. I want Division 3 to be amazing. That way me, Holly, and Rick can actually play together. Because that game, Division 2, man, is one of the best multiplayer games I've probably ever played. I would probably be playing that more if Siege didn't exist, but, well, it does, so it has my time. I just want Ubisoft to get a win. But it seems like that no matter what, they have to lose first to get the win. It just... I
would say-
hate that there's probably no other way.
It's funny.
I've
like,
just
Colt,
accepted it.
Colt brings up a very simple point. Ubisoft makes our favorite games. I think it's sort of like Call of Duty. It's like Call of Duty is always going to be Call of Duty. We're always going to play them. We're always going to buy them. But everyone bitches and complains about them consistently, even though they're super successful. They're super popular. And then another Assassin's Creed game comes out. They're like, oh, it's another over bloated, game or whatever. Like even Valhalla, it's not a bloated game. It's just that those things are available for you to interact with. They're all optional. The huge open world. It's a backdrop for your essentially linear story, if that's how you wanted to play it. The world might be big, but it's still an amazing story if you just want to do that. Do some of the side quests and whatnot. So it might feel like overwhelming at first glance or whatever, but it's true. Ubisoft does make some of the best. Some of the best games out there. And as far as like the live service, we were just talking about Valhalla. Colt. Valhalla is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played in my life. Like right up there with like The Witcher 3 and I have like hundreds and hundreds of screenshots from Valhalla and I'm not being hyperbolic. I literally mean that. I have hundreds. And as far as
Like reading
making sure
in between the lines.
hang on. As far as like making sure that scope isn't, because budget has been like a huge topic in the industry lately with all these layoffs that we're seeing. How can we save money and also make a great experience? And I feel like live service is really important if it's delivered well, and especially with an IP that's really well respected. So yes, with Ubisoft, Division 3 would be their biggest live service game, and I think that they know that. They know that it has to hit really well, because that is what's going to help them fund their future single-player projects. Like the next Assassin's Creed, or like the Assassin's Creed DLC or whatever.
I disagree there. Only because
you don't
the recent
think that,
reports.
Okay, just so you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that these live service Division essentially is an MMO instead of the live service element is sort of baked into an MMO. Like MMOs were live service games before the terms like games as a service were even relevant. It's always been a thing, and those projects fund other projects. Like we've heard studio heads and CEOs of companies talk about this all the time. Like they're reliant on the constant influx of money coming in, instead of just everyone, 2 million people buy a $70 game and then that's it, and then they're done because the hype is gone or whatever, or some people might be waiting on a sale, rather than getting a steady flow of income that are slowly funding their employees to at least look forward to the actual day of release sales that sort of covers their overhead for their employees and everything else. You don't think that's important? Huh? Answer
Not
me!
exactly.
Oh, okay. It's not important. Okay.
I said not exactly. I mean, you can have some live service elements in Division 3 if you want, just don't go all in on it.
What do you mean
The
live
fact that-
service elements? It is an MMO. It is a live service game. It always has been. Have you ever played The Division?
Of course I have, Red.
Let me introduce you. I'm sorry, go ahead. I am interested to hear why you said what you just said. Go ahead.
I mean, for me, Division, it's not a constant flow of money for me. Siege is the one that's
You're
the
not making
constant
any
flow of
money.
money with how much cosmetics. With
You
how
haven't
much...
played... Okay. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm just saying. They already have one successful live service game that apparently gives them enough money to fund at least 2 games, and that's Siege. Hey,
Well,
Ubisoft,
yeah.
since I'm apparently funding your game development with how much time and money I've spent, maybe I should get a say. Dicks.
Holly, do you think, as like a huge Division fan, do you think that Division is a good source of income for funding other projects as a live service game? Do you think that that's like a well executed live service game for Ubisoft? Like, would you rather see them nail a Division 3, or would you rather them do multiple games as a service type things? I hope that question made sense.
It doesn't.
Okay.
I think that the fact that the Division is in season 6 and there's another DLC coming for New York or Brooklyn? I don't remember.
It's the same thing.
It was supposed
It's the same
it was
place.
supposed to
Sorry, go ahead. I'm trying to trigger DeMarco.
Not gonna work.
Okay. I'm sorry, Holly, go ahead. Sorry.
shows that they've done, I feel like Massive has done a pretty good job supporting that while they've been doing all the other stuff they've been doing. And I think Siege is another perfect example of how they have been supporting their live service games. And whether you like it or not, I think they do it well, and I think they do it better than Activision does. I feel like it's less aggressive than Activision does. And if there wasn't enough money coming in on those games, they wouldn't be doing any of that. So they must be doing something right. They must have it on a pretty lean team, a pretty lean budget. And yeah, the Brooklyn DLC did get delayed. They said it won't be in year 6 or season 6, year 6. But when year 7 starts, I do not know. But I was just like, anyway, the whole point is that clearly they're doing something right with those games, and they're still, even though obviously it's a significantly lower player count than when the games launch, they've got it down to a science with those. So I don't think Ubisoft having live service games is a problem, because they seem to have a pretty good balance between playability and monetization, in my opinion. I don't know. I've never ever felt the need to buy any bundle in the Division. The only things I bought for that game are DLC. The cosmetics in that game are like whatever. And it's even a third person player where you see your character all the time, right? And there's
Right.
never been anything that I was like, I really want to buy that, or even felt the need to want to go buy it, because the game is so good. I'm not looking at my character in the way of like, I need my character to look a certain way, or I need it to, you know what I mean? Because the game is so good.
Ollie, you should definitely take a look at the elites. The elite cosmetics for Siege. I mean, for God's sakes, we have Master Chief, we have Lara Croft. Like, those are actual, like, cosmetic skins that actually look good.
Siege is even
And-
harder because it's first person. So
Yeah, it is.
it's even like
It's
I
if
don't
you
know.
compare Siege to Division 2 in terms of how much money each game is making, there's a sizable difference. I can guarantee that.
I would love to
I'm
know.
not saying Division
sure.
2 doesn't
I
make
would love
any
to know the
money.
numbers, if someone could look that up to see versus those two, because they are very, very different. One is very much an
yeah.
MMO. The other one is very much
It's
being
it's
Siege.
a
is much
tactical
more-
making
PvP.
money.
Well,
They're both making money. Otherwise, they
Yeah.
wouldn't be doing what they're doing.
exactly, and they wouldn't be supporting it if it wasn't making money. I mean, we just saw.
I mean, Holly said it herself. Like, Alexander Karpaz, he's the creative director for Siege. He's been on it for, I think, 4 to 5 years now. He listens to the community. He tries his best to fix things. Ironically, also breaking some things while doing it. But he at least tries. Him and his team are transparent with the community. It like there's no definitive like, hey, Siege sucks to play sometimes. But they try, they care. I mean, that's enough to keep me and my friends in. I mean, and that encourages them to spend more money. I mean, that's how it works. You give me what I ask, I give you money. That is how life works. To DeMarco's chagrin sometimes, because it's live service. But yeah, I mean, Siege and Division 2 should be making Ubisoft a lot of money to go, hey, maybe we don't have to rely on licenses like Star Wars and Avatar to make great games? Maybe just focus on what made you guys
And-
great in the first place and double down on that, maybe?
And in all honesty, it's a super missed opportunity on their part too, because I'm sure Siege has its own world. I'm just not familiar with it, but the Division has like this super lush, rich environment. The graphics are probably better than 80% of the games you're playing right now, and that game's 6 years old. And the world is very dynamic. The weather
This-
patterns are great, and so they have all the assets, and the lore around that game is really good. What they should be doing is taking these IP and making a single player game experience that's a shoot off of both of these, right? To have it as a tie-in, and they would get tons of players on that kind of stuff.
a single player / co-op Division game would go so hard.
So hard. Yep.
It would. I would pay that. I would gladly pay $60, $70 if they actually made that good.
Because especially the Division, and again, I'm just familiar with that one, so I'm sorry if
Like we
Siege, I'm
we don't
sure
really
Siege
have we don't really have a cover shooter like just 1, 2, 3, 4 player. The only one that I can think of
Gears.
definitively is maybe Gears of War, but yeah, a single player / co-op mainline Division game.
they have all the
That-
assets, they
they
have
could
the
do it.
story.
Also, hot take.
It's a no-brainer.
Hot take.
Yep.
The Snowdrop engine, probably one of the best looking engines, right next to the Forza Tech engine. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that, but I said it. Snowdrop, Forza Tech, amazing weather systems, amazing graphics, resolution. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Can we have more? Is the Snowdrop engine like Ubisoft's proprietary? Do we know that, Holly? Or is it just Massive's?
Well, they're owned by Ubisoft. I'm sure if anybody under the Ubisoft umbrella wanted to use it, they would.
Oh, right, I forgot. The Splinter Cell remake is being made in the Snowdrop engine. If I remember correctly, Sands of Time remake is being made in that engine too. Maybe they made that the proprietary engine and we just didn't hear about it. But
And
yeah, that's a good
to
engine.
Beefy Maverick's point too, take the Ghost Recon franchise. A, they need another one, right? That's better than the last one. And B, take that and make a spin-off in a single player or co-op, solo, no open world, very linear driven story. Like it would go really hard too.
Okay, I just want to know from everybody, starting with DeMarco. Actually, DeMarco can go last because he's going to make a joke about it. Arcane, you, my friend.
Yes.
What would your dream game from Ubisoft be? It could be anything you want. It could
Ugh.
be any IP, it could be anything. What would you want from Ubisoft?
This is wait, hold on. You gotta clarify. Is this like your idealized version of Ubisoft, or like current Ubisoft is making it?
I mean, like, what type of game from your... What is your ideal game from Ubisoft if they were at their best? Basically.
So it's still open world games, but we're talking like Far Cry 3 era.
Get out of here. Stop it.
What?
I'm asking him the
asking.
question.
No, I'm just trying to
I-
clarify. It's important.
I
He's
don't-
asking.
I
He's
don't-
clarifying.
What do you mean clarify?
I don't have an answer to that because
Well,
I
that's
feel
so-
like
Just trying to understand the
I
question.
feel like number one, I've never
Maybe I don't wanna
been
answer anymore.
I've never been a massive fan of Ubisoft's portfolio. I mean, I played many
Okay,
of
that's
the
fair.
early I played many of the early Assassin's Creed games and Far Cry and you know, a little bit of the Division 1 back in the day. But I never dived deep into the future Assassin's Creed games. Like Black
Dove in.
Flag was like the last one that I really dumped a lot of time into. I tried Valhalla, but that game is just the
No,
most-
Syndicate, I think,
the
is
most
yours.
bloated game I've ever played.
But
I don't know
was it
why-
bloated? Why was it bloated?
There's just too much. It's like it's an overwhelming amount of content in that game. So it's bloated from the perspective of like you're just constantly. I don't know. That's a whole other dragon that I'm not gonna chase here, but
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
That
I,
okay. That is
I
completely
don't,
fair.
I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly don't know what my dream game would be. I feel like if things had been different, ever so slightly, the Avatar game probably would have been my dream game. But you know, we saw how that one turned out, and I still would like to try to play it at some point and give it its fair shake, because I am a fan of James Cameron's Avatar universe. I'm a fan of that universe. Like, it's just a very fascinating take on science fiction. And
Is everyone on this
uh,
panel except for me a fan of the blue people?
I love
I hate
Avatar.
Avatar.
yeah, Holly doesn't like
Shut
it.
up, sister.
Holly and
Yeah,
I once again are 100% all on the same page. I
Okay,
am
so you
not-
guys.
Oh
just,
my
so
God.
yeah, so it's basically me and
Ugh.
DeMarco are the only ones here who give any sort of like.
Hey,
damn
I didn't
about-
say I
about
hated. I'm
Avatar.
just saying I never seen the movie, so I don't know.
I hate
You've
Now I
never
got-
seen Lord of the
So-
Rings. God.
Yeah,
don't-
Exactly.
He has
you
a
haven't-
point,
you
yeah.
haven't
Don't-
seen a
don't
lot
bring
of-
this up.
You haven't seen a lot of things.
Chad is
so-
gonna
No,
come after
everybody's
you now.
shame. You should feel shame
been
if it
exposed
comes
to
up.
I don't feel any shame. I gave you guys a solution to that problem, and you said
Gave me
no.
a solution.
Nobody
You've
said
never
no.
watched Lord of the Rings.
Nobody said no. We're
Son of a
just
bitch.
trying to find compromises.
Okay, chat. I gave them I gave them a compromise, chat. I told them we obviously can't watch all three of them in one day in one sitting. So let's just watch one at a time, so that way I can actually try and get into this. But they said no. I tried. Leave it be.
Assassin, I will give you the opportunity to
That's
tell
not
chat
what the
what
conversation was.
triggered-
You're making this up.
Assassin, I want you to tell chat what brought that upon us. What did you send us that you were said, I'm about to watch this, you guys? What were you about to watch?
Oh yeah, that forgot I sent that as a joke.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, so-
Was it a joke?
It was a joke. So
was a
the funny thing, Chad. I tweeted this out on Twitter. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna start the Lord of the Flies trilogy," and Red was like, oh, "You're finally gonna what?" Oh, he said Lord of the Flies.
No, that's not what happened. Well, that happened. What happened was
That did happen.
Assassin's like, I'm finally gonna get caught up on Lord of the Rings, and he was about to sit there and watch like a 30-minute recap of Lord of the Rings. instead of
Oh
watching it.
yeah, the 30
And I
minute
was like,
recap
and
video.
everyone in our chat was like, it was like that, like everything just like went quiet, and we were like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're not gonna watch.
Okay, I'm probably gonna make BT Maverick mad, but to answer his question, to those three, no. I have not watched any of those three.
Oh my god.
So you just need to brush up on your filmography a little bit. So
Brush up.
Not really. I just
You're
need
like
the Dark
Mr.
Knight,
Madden.
and that's
some
it.
serious
2.0.
some serious brushing up on
No, I
it.
don't.
So with my Ubisoft dream game, to draw us back, because we just completely lost the plot for about 10 minutes there.
What's the plot? Don't.
It's
That,
Give
that
or
was.
take 4, but yeah.
That's
how it
a
works
more
here,
important
baby.
plot.
It's
when you're watching.
We lost the main plot. We went off on a side plot there for a little bit. That's my
It's
apologies.
like when you're watching a TV show and they're showing the main character and you're like, I honestly don't care about that character. I want to see more of that. Like,
Podcast is a Ubisoft game.
Honestly, it just
Okay.
it really is.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Mishmash.
it was like I watched Wicked in the theaters the other day, like recently.
I'm sorry.
My condolences.
No, this is well, I watched it, and they have this whole spoilers. They have this whole like sub arc where the animals are getting stolen, and they're like getting taken away by the Secret Service of like Never Everland or whatever they're at Munchkinland, and I was watching all that stuff happen, and I was like, that's the plot I want to follow. Like, I don't care about Ariana Grande. Do that stuff. Like, go over there. And it was just like the cool, and that's exactly what.
That was passionate.
That was the side plot can be more interesting as the moral of the story, Arcane.
Yeah, no, and I agree for what it's worth. But
All right,
going
your
back
dream
to
Ubisoft game.
Assassin's original question, I honestly don't have an answer to that, because I am not really, I used to be pretty invested in the Ubisoft portfolio. I would always play the new Assassin's Creed or Far Cry games. I would kind of dabble a little bit in Tom Clancy. But
Did you play Watch Dogs?
Yeah, I played the original Watch Dogs back in the day, and I liked it for what it was. I think it was more of a prototype for what could have been something amazing, and from what I heard, they really kind of delivered on that more with 2 and then with Legion, but by that point it was too late.
Nah.
Because people were so disinterested in that franchise by that point. But anyway, so I've never been a diehard Ubisoft fan. I just like their portfolio doesn't necessarily speak to my personal tastes and my interest in games. So
well, thank you for not being a dick about it.
Well, you're welcome.
He hasn't got there yet. Just wait.
No, that really is it. Like I would really have to sit on that for a while. Like, you know, a chicken trying to warm the egg. You know, I'd have to sit on it for a bit and really let that idea kind of sit in my head of like, okay, what would my dream Ubisoft game be? And right now I don't know, but who knows?
Okay, well,
So.
well, thank you for that answer, but I'm scared to know what Red or Hollywood said to that question.
Mine is really simple. I would love an open world game like The Witcher, Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed, but it has like more systems to it, and it has. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, chat. I love Assassin's Creed Valhalla is my favorite Assassin's Creed game. Now, let me explain. It's not my favorite Assassin's Creed game. It's my favorite Ubisoft game that happens to be an Assassin's Creed game. So my favorite Assassin's Creed game would probably be Black Flag.
Yeah. Black Flag is everybody's favorite.
Yeah,
not mine.
For good reason.
Yeah, Black Flag.
Actually, it's not mine.
And I love Unity too. I know Chris Drake was in here earlier. He said he's been playing. He's a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I mean, good friend of mine. It's good to see you, Chris. I don't know if you're still here, but he's saying that he was playing that. But I loved Assassin's Creed Valhalla not because it was an Assassin's Creed game, and I feel like on the opposite end of that, a lot of people didn't like Assassin's Creed Valhalla because it had the Assassin's Creed title slapped onto it, and people were like, "This is not an Assassin's Creed game," and it's like, fair, but you can't hate it just because the title is different. And here I am saying that after I put out my video about Dragon Age Railcard, but I think in this way, at least it did feel like an Assassin. It did feel like a Ubisoft game in the best type of way. So I guess
we haven't had an Assassin's Creed game since Syndicate.
Speaking of
I wasn't a fan of Syndicate.
Going back to a point I made a little bit earlier, but speaking of ways that Ubisoft could potentially try to turn things around and some projects that they should be throwing more chips into, there's the rumor about them doing a Black Flag remake. And that might be coming a lot sooner than many people realize.
That's what she said.
I think they need to throw some chips into that as well. That's something they need to prioritize because everybody loves Black Flag. So that that identity and that nostalgia that people have for that game in particular, that would be able to.
I honestly don't know. I don't know why they decided to remake Black Flag. I mean, that one, Black Flag and On are the ones that actually they still look great and they still play great.
I'm not saying it was like honestly, the original Assassin's Creed is in dire need of a remake. Like the
original and the OG Ezio trilogy, all of those games need remakes.
Yeah, so like this is not
more than Black Flag.
This is not me saying that I agree with them, that I'm saying that should have been the game that they're focusing on remaking, but I understand why they're remaking it, because despite all of Ubisoft's mistakes and trip-ups over the past couple of years, I think they're smart enough to recognize when they have something that a lot of people really love. I think they really recognize that with Black Flag. This is a game that people are still talking about all these years later. You know, even with Skull and Bones coming out and flopping spectacularly. I mean, just that game was just god awful. People were constantly comparing that to Black Flag. So Ubisoft is looking at that and they're like, oh, okay, well maybe we should just go back to Black Flag and, you know. Anyway, so that's another thing that they should probably be throwing more money at right now is the Black Flag remake. If I was a part of the company, so.
There you go. Holly, do you have anything?
Holly, do you have a
anything to
dream
say?
Ubisoft game?
Do you have a dream, Holly?
It would be that the Division single player linear experience. That would be my dream game.
Or
A Division
I
single
agree
player
with
like
think about,
campaign?
I never thought about
what did-
this. Like, imagine like the Division, but it's like Gears, which I know I'm bringing that up.
That's
But
that's
imagine,
what she
but
wanted.
it's not. No. But what I'm saying, like, it is like the single player Division game, but like it has co-op, like actual co-op, where it's like full on open
Play
world,
with
but it's
friends.
yeah, like
But
you can
the
play
s-
with friends.
But it's story driven.
Yes, but it's story driven. Exactly. Instead of like running
Like
back and
Gears,
forth.
but the Division. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
What
Like
did
it
you
has
think about,
cutscenes and everything.
What did you
That
think
would be
about that
perfect.
one that they canceled a while back? What was it called? Heartland?
I mean,
What did
I
you
just
think
wanted
about
Let's
that?
not
from
bring up the
Division,
painful
so
past.
I was disappointed just because I really want some Division stuff, but
Yeah.
it was
me and Holly
not.
fight that day.
I don't think it was gonna be.
It wasn't gonna work
Some-
out.
I don't think it was gonna be super successful.
Yeah.
It was basically like X Defiant, but the Division.
I
and-
gotcha.
Yeah.
X Defiant
Yeah.
didn't do well. Right.
Yeah. Well, we all know what happened with that game. Yeah. So.
Well.
And then Ghost Recon Frontline as well. That was another casualty.
Yeah,
we do have
that was-
a
yep.
very special. I'm gonna end this poll here. We do have a very special request, Assassin.
What?
As you know, it is not only Holly's birthday; it's also FarQ's birthday, and FarQ
Yes.
has
Happy birthday, FarQ.
The
happy
29th,
birthday.
right? Which it
Yeah.
is there. So
Yeah, and it, so,
Yes.
yeah, and he just DM'd me and said it is midnight here. It is officially my birthday, and I would love for Assassin to sing "Happy Birthday" to me and Holly. And
Why me?
Because you have the most beautiful voice.
Why
in the
me? Why not
universe.
ask DeMarco or Red or Kane to do it? Why does it have to be me?
Because you have to
Woohoo!
pay me, pay me. No, it's because
Fuck
you.
you.
Oh, so I have to pay you? Okay. Give me a minute.
Okay, go ahead. You're not gonna listen. You have to pay me $100 if you want me to sing "Happy Birthday." No, he specifically
For you to
wants
take my
you-
place, I'll gladly give $100. Give me a second.
Okay, well, I guess
No,
we'll
what
wait
you
for
need to
it.
do is you need to give him memberships. All right, you need to give him memberships.
That's right.
And
Yes.
then, and
What you
then
guys
he'll
need to
sing happy
do
birthday.
is please just make sure that when you're giving me money, do it the way that I want to. If you guys don't know who I'm impersonating right now, then
Yeah, that's
Fuck
an
you, guy.
inside joke,
Ca-
but I
ca-
got
calm
you. I
down,
got
Jimmy
you, Red.
Neutron.
you okay, Assassin? You knew who I'm talking about. Yeah,
Of course I
Um,
do.
thank you,
DeMarco.
But yeah, so Assassin, if you could just sing "Happy Birthday," that'd be.
My singing voice sucks ass though.
You're just singing "Happy Birthday" to FarQ and Holly.
word.
It's a simple
Uh,
tune. Very
Bird
simple
is the
melody.
word.
Anybody can do
Fine.
Okay, all right.
Arcane,
Ready,
can
chat?
you do it with me though?
this.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll
it's
try
gonna
it.
be so out of sync. So,
I don't. What do you mean
That'll-
out of
that-
sync? All we
that's
gotta
the
do
part.
is just.
I'll turn off the
what-
music.
Just go with me.
This is so jarring
okay,
for the
I'll try.
chat.
All right.
All right, fine. 3, 2, 1. He wasn't gonna do it. He wasn't gonna do it.
He
You
was
want me
ready.
to start?
He was ready. Yeah. He
I
was
want
I
ready.
was
you to-
waiting on you.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, fine. Let's try
I'm
this
waiting on
again.
you, man.
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
dear
dear Holly and
Farq.
FarQ.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you and fuck
And many
Red.
more.
Fuck you.
And he called it. Called it.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Assassin, for doing
Money
that. I appreciate
Money
it.
Fuck
well
you.
spent.
Okay.
Got your ass.
All right. So, anyway, Holly, do you have
Well, happy
something to say?
birthday, fuck you.
Are you excited about anything?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Assassin.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Arcane.
Oh no, that's not what I meant at all. I was just being weird. Oh, look at this. Oh my god, look at Arcane. I have to give you props, Arcane. You've got. Hey, I wish I need. If Jonas was here, look at this. We're like in the Twilight Zone. It looks really cool. Yeah, I don't know why. Like I wanted to like put it. I wanted to like single you out, put you like on screen, but we'll figure that out in the future. Anyway, it's very sweet actually. Or BT.
My birthday present to FarQ is the ability to get deep fakes of me without wearing a hat. So there you go. Do with that what you will.
I am so glad I'm not on camera because I do not need any deep fakes of me.
Oh, I just got an update about the order. Oh my god. Sorry, it's inside. It's a. Oh my god. So that'll be here Thursday. Makes me so mad. Okay, it's fine. Well, I'll tell you behind the scenes. Frustrating. Yeah. Happy birthday to FarQ and Holly. You guys.
FarQ.
Another amazing spin around the sun.
Exactly.
Wow, wow, wiggle wobble, what's it, what do?
There it is.
I knew it!
Wondering.
Fuck you, you were the one that made this. You were the one that changed my logo. I knew it was you.
Oh, here, I'll change it for you, Assassin. Here, I'll change it.
Oh, now you'll change it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I
Here.
don't think it's going to be what you want it to be.
Yeah, let
What do
me
you
just-
mean? He doesn't have
I do not
anything
think
else.
That means what you think it means.
He said, "Wait, what did you do with my logo?
Is that
Oh
chef?
dear. Oh dear. What is that?
What is?
Look-
What are you doing?
Oh, it's I love.
What do you do?
There we go.
Don't do
All
it.
right. You asked me to change it for you. There it is.
You didn't put "I love Dragon Age," did?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, it's better. It's better. So good.
I'm almost tempted to say "Get it off," and I'll go on camera, but I'm not going to.
Hey, listen. This is FarQ and I have agreed that I think it's much better that you stay off camera because this is how it's gonna be
This
forever.
is the shtick.
This is
Oh,
the
okay.
shtick.
So,
Exactly.
all right, cool. You want me off camera? Cool. No more asking for it. That includes DeMarco.
I'm just saying. I don't.
No, I'm not a part of this.
No. You are a part of this, sir.
You can't lump me into this. You
Yes,
can't
I
lump
can.
me into.
Yes,
no, you
I can.
Can't. No,
Yes, I
you
can.
cannot.
DeMarco's
Yes, I
been
can.
about ready to pass out for like the past 2 hours, seemingly. Every time I look at that webcam, the man is just.
That's the power of being on camera. It
Red,
just
well,
takes so much
we were
out of
saying
you.
we were saying before the show that I wanted to go to sleep, and Red kept guilting me into staying awake until 3 in the morning. This
Yeah,
actually
well, it's
happened.
not our
That's
fault.
what I
He
did.
just
Yep,
he just
yep.
kept he was getting really deep and personal, telling me all about his grandma and about the kid that he had that he doesn't that he doesn't want anyone to know about and
Yep.
yeah, about this.
All right, so
Yep.
talking chat for a second. Red and FarQ have determined that I do not need to be on camera. Panel can stop asking. Chat can stop asking. It's a done deal. So
Never
I
stop
will
asking.
see you guys never.
Nope.
Thank you. Thank you
Don't try
for
to
being
turn
so
this around
understanding,
on us.
everybody.
Hello, FarQ said, I will buy you a camera. You don't have to. I even offered to buy you a camera, so that way you have your perfect setup
No.
and everything.
Arcane,
like,
are you
no.
using the webcam?
I'm still using the one that you so
Yeah,
graciously
Assassin, that could have been
mailed to me all those
Assassin.
months
That could have been
back.
yours.
I just want to say,
I didn't want it in the
Arcane,
first
you
place.
look great. I love that you are faded into the background. I love that your lighting looks great. Like, I'm not
His
kidding.
shirt matches his chair.
He looks like he's fading in and out of existence like the outsider.
I love it. Someone actually made that joke earlier. They're like, Arcane just came from the void. So they know you. A lot of
Hey.
people are subscribed
Actually, you guys might not know this, but that's where I'm at right now. It's the mic isn't picking up all of the faint, ghostly whispers and the sounds of whales floating in the distance. But yeah, exactly. You know, it's like I can hear all of that going around me right now, and but
Does it also pick up
yeah.
the ghosts of the lost jobs in the gaming industry that we lost the past 2.5 years?
Okay.
Yes, yeah. There's the ghost of Arcane Austin is around here somewhere.
Yep.
Oh
haunting me
yeah.
Is his
forever.
name Austin?
No, his name is Phil.
His name is
Yeah,
Matt.
Phil. Yeah,
Matt-
that's
Matthew.
okay. I'm done with
Yeah.
this bit. So
All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
It's
thank you.
done. We got it.
No, you're not done until we say we're done.
The only thing I'm eager to find a solution to is I have that like visual noise on my webcam anytime I turn it on, so I'm eager to find a way to or find a solution for that potentially at some point. So we'll see.
I can't wait to see some like lights being like hung on your little, because I know it's portable. You can like fold it and whatnot. I'm interested
Yeah.
to see how you're gonna evolve that
Yeah.
because it looks great right now. Seriously, I mean.
Wait,
it looks-
Holly, are
it's,
you
like, really
crying?
No.
Oh well,
She's like,
Elemental
"Not
Hero, the
now."
Shadow Link King said you were crying. I couldn't say
I
his
am
name
not.
that fast.
You need to say it. Pay respect to say his name, Assassin. Say it as fast.
I
as
could
you
not.
can.
I couldn't. No, if I do that, I'll just disrespect his name even more.
No, say it.
No.
He wants you to say it.
No,
as
he
fast as you
doesn't.
Take a deep breath.
No, he does not.
And try to say his name really fast. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
The Elemental Hero Arcane. What the fuck? I looked at
was
Arcane's
good.
name for a second.
That was good. You nailed it. Yeah, you nailed it.
I think you
No,
had
I
it.
didn't.
I think you really had it.
I'm proud of you.
Man,
I'm proud of you.
no, shut up.
Assassin,
all
did
of
you clean your room?
Yes, I did.
Okay, we're good. That's my boy. That's
Okay,
my boy.
fine. He actually wants me to say it. The Elemental Hero, the Shadow Link Dragon Wolf King. But there, I did it.
There you go.
Cool.
He wanted you to say it really fast, but only I
You
can.
know,
No,
honestly,
he did not.
honestly, my username would fit so well into that, just as a little footnote at the very
The
end.
Elemental Hero, the Shadow Link,
If-
Arcane Realm, Dragon Wolf King.
Yeah, exactly. That's like you. If you wanna lengthen that even further,
There you go.
I've given you free material. There you go.
Because you could put it in with the Elemental Hero, the Shadow Arcane Realm, Link, Dragon Wolf King, right? Like that. I love that. There you go.
Oh,
There you
man.
go, Elemental. We appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, Assassin he's got a great voice, and
No,
we
I
love
don't.
it.
Shut
We
up.
love it for him. We love it for him. Whenever I played Persona 5, and that every time the cat was like, "Hey, what are you doing? We gotta come on." I'm like, "That's Assassin." The whole game, like, it's
Shut
so
the
weird.
fuck up. I'm not Morgana.
You reminded me so much of Morgana. I think it was just like the delivery of that character. I was like, this is my son. I'm playing with my son.
And you reminded me of Yukari sometimes from Persona 3. Dick.
Well, I won't know that insult until later on. That'll come.
Oh,
back
don't
later
worry. Don't worry. You'll know in the first hour.
on. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Hey, listen, it's been so fun. We've had such a great time. Arcane, thank you for jumping on here, man. You have things coming. Lots of things coming. Lots of
Stuff he told us.
Strictly on a need-to-know basis.
Okay,
This
gotcha.
information is strictly on a need-to-know basis.
On a need to know basis. I saw what you did. Was that an Obama impression?
Okay, Red King William.
It's whatever you want it to be, man.
Okay, it's Obama. I love it. I love it.
No, it's Arthur Morgan.
Fantastic. Are you drinking a Bud Light next? What is that?
No, it's Red Bull.
Okay. You got wings?
The
Wings?
winter edition. Yes, I
Is
do
that
have
Bud
wings.
Light? Nah, it's just Red Bull.
No,
Is that
I
water?
I've got my Bud Light right here, actually, in case you were curious. So
There
there's my Bud Light.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Fantastic.
Cheers to you.
I love it. Yes, cheers. Cheers indeed.
No,
Um,
but seriously, thank you for having me on. I guess are we just doing our outros now?
Yeah, we're just hanging up, putting our
Okay.
hats up, putting our coats up.
Yes, we
Well-
need to do the outro because DeMarco's falling asleep.
Yes.
He's
yeah,
hungry.
He's
so
got to go
I'll
bed.
try-
He's got a bedtime.
Yeah.
I'll try to make this fast. number one, I just want to say I believe the last podcast I did with you guys. I'm not going to do that.
Terrific, fantastic, terrific podcast.
No, that is a strictly off-stream impression.
Come on, you can do it. Listen,
behind closed
Arcane.
doors.
Listen, if someone super chats in $10 right now, Arcane will do his outro as Donald Trump.
Oh my fucking god.
He will do it. He
You
will
can't
say,
do this to
"You
me."
can find me and this link." He'll do it. He'll do it all. If someone's.
All right, I need to get through this quick before somebody sends $10. All right, you all know who I am by now. You can find me on YouTube, The Arcane Realm. You can also find me on Twitter and or X, whatever you prefer to call it, at The Arcane Realm, where I will post things. You fucker. All right.
All right, here we go. Ready? All right, Arcane Trump. Where can we find you?
The Arcane Realm. He's a very small content creator. He doesn't have a very large following. He should probably have a much bigger following than he does currently. It's a real shame. It's a shame what's happened to him. But if you enjoy his content, if you'd like to see more from him, you can find him on YouTube at The Arcane Realm. You can also find him on Twitter or X. My good buddy Elon, he's done great things with X. You can find Arcane Realm there on that website as well. And thank you. Make America great again.
Oh man, I love it.
Breathe.
Thank you
Breathe.
for that. Yeah, Assassin. Wow,
Can
that's
he,
okay.
can he do the outro for everybody?
Oh man, that'd be great. No, we can't put him on the spot. We're not monkeys. Listen,
We
unless somebody-
need to make AAA gaming great again because it's in a terrible state right now. You've never seen anything like it. It's terrible what they've done to this industry. You can see it with your own eyes.
I love it. So good. Thank you. Arcane Trump.
Best $10
I
I've
think
spent.
at this point, it's safe to say that I can expect within 24 hours a deep fake of Arcane Trump from our good buddy Farq. Happy birthday.
Oh,
Happy
shit.
birthday to you again, man. Seriously.
Arcane Trump, more like Trump Realm.
Yeah, the Trump realm. Yeah, just literally just put my face on and
Oh my god. Oh,
man.
I'm gonna
Slowly,
Probably
I
the
want 2
only
hours of
way.
this. I can't. There's no way. I can't do 2 hours of that slow lark. It has to come in fits and starts. Like I can't.
Exactly.
This is probably the
yeah.
only way we will get politics into this podcast and it being funny as hell related to gaming. This is
I'm
the only
honestly,
way.
I'm lucky at this point because if I had said anything in the chat, I would have been, complete, like total goner by now. But because I'm on video, somehow I'm being allowed to get away with this. Somebody help me, please.
No.
It's fantastic. Thank you for doing that. Yeah. Terrific job. Absolutely terrific. Yeah, it was great. Anyway. 2 minutes. I appreciate the 2 minutes that we got. He says, yeah. Thank you, Slow Lark. And shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. And Holly, birthday girl, what you going to be getting into? Do you have any plans for the future now that you are well, I don't actually, never mind. Where can people find you? What you going to be getting into? And yeah. Your background is
on
like
Friday.
burning. It's so fucking cool. I'm sorry. It like looked really cool. It was like
On Friday nights, I'm on Risk It for the Biscuits channel at the Infinite Podcast with Infinite Umbra, who Code Vein, right? Okay. And Risk It and Dante Moody. And we just got an Arcane Trump. And
What?
that's it. That's
We got a
that's
what
all
now?
I'm doing.
Go back.
Yep.
We got a what now?
I need to see him. I need to see you stand and do the dance, though. That's the real true test.
that'd be great.
There it is.
My God, there it is.
There it is. There it is.
You didn't have to do it. But
Oh,
alright.
my
Putting
God.
The
it.
edit is done. Yes, send that to me right now, sir.
I'm
I
sending
need
it.
to see that.
Listen, if he
So.
can send it to me, I can actually play it. I do have one thing to show the audience before, so no one leaves. Let me actually show this right now because I actually have it already pulled up. This is a video that that FarQ
That's gold.
made.
I love it.
So if
Oh,
anyone's
wait.
just listening right now, I want you to pull up your phone and I want you to watch this. Okay, I want you to get ready to watch.
But your
this.
guests have begun to arrive.
I'm
What
so
are we
sorry.
about to watch?
All right, let me make sure that everyone can see it and hear it. Okay. And also make sure that whenever I pull this up, it's not going to F everything. Okay. So, oh, hang on. So what I'll have to, what I'll have to do is change the scene.
What I'll have to
to-
do is bust.
What?
Just shrink it and then put it over my jig.
That's what she said. Let me make sure.
Yeah.
No? Oh, there we go. There's my, okay. BG music, or BG cap. Okay, here's that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now we should be good.
But your guests
Okay, all right, chat. Let me know when everyone's ready to watch. Okay, this is all thanks to FarQ.
Can you turn the music off?
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. Yes, that would help. Boom, it's done.
I think Farq's saying that nobody's picking up the mic. Noise Mofo is saying you got elevator music going. I don't know
Yep.
if we've.
But your
tested
guests
that
have.
yet, or...
But your
I think we got it. I think we're good to go, right? Y'all let me know.
Okay.
No audio. I hear it now. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
All right, chat. You ready to watch this? This is all thanks to FarQ. He edited this. This is ready.
But your guests have begun to arrive, and supper shall be served shortly.
Okay, thanks, handyman.
Well, I'm actually the caretaker. Oh, what those cool new skates? Now you be careful with those. You don't want to fall and break something.
Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. Let me give you a hand.
Well, that's awful kind of you. How about you give me a standing ovation?
Why don't you lift me up?
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this one. You look familiar to me. Were you in Stomp?
Hey, you can kiss my grits.
I think I'll be the bigger man now and walk away. Walk away.
I'll go and change for dinner.
Okay.
I'll see you shortly.
There you go. There you go. We did it. Okay, sorry, I got to jump back to the. Let's see. Apply. And. What's happened? Boom. Boom. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here we go. There we go. Boom.
Curry, and I was like, please no.
Okay.
And then I saw Tim was his normal self. I'm like, oh, okay, good.
He did make me into Mr. Bean the other day, and it was really good. I
was so
appreciated
good.
it a lot.
Yeah, FarQ, do this. Just edit. Just put Holly's face on Tim Curry. That's all I ask.
No, don't do it. It's
and then
perfect.
redo.
It
And then
is.
redo the scene.
Oh man.
I'm the only person here who's done an outro, by the way.
Yeah. We just wanted to do that bit before.
I
Quest.
needed-
Before we got too far
I had
away.
to
Side
be
quest.
peer pressured into
Side quest.
doing that. So
Yeah. So, all right, fantastic.
No, I did mine. I did mine.
You did. Yeah, you did yours. Hey, Assassin, what you got going on? What you doing?
Go to DeMarco.
Okay, DeMarco, what you got going on? What you doing?
Go to Assassin.
Assassin, what you going on? What you doing?
Go to Arcane.
Arcane, what you got going on? What you doing?
you can find the links to all of these schmucks pages in the description down below if you feel so
Schmuck.
inclined.
Schmuck. What is this? New York City, 1962. What the fuck?
God.
I'm gonna
More
need
like-
you to back off of the New York City stuff, all right?
Get
There's no
Ah,
need.
no.
There's no need to attack my city like this.
Come on,
Attack
back
your
off.
city.
I'm feeling
attacking
very
your state.
disrespected here.
I'm
Listen,
attacking
not
your
only
state, fool.
He's a resident. He is the friendly neighborhood Andrew Garfield man, spider dude guy. So
not this again.
He's got all.
We don't need to do that again.
He is the one. Everybody gets one, right, DeMarco?
I was gonna make a very inappropriate joke just now, but I will wait until
Please do it.
we are no longer live. I can't. I already did the Trump impersonation. If I do this, there's no way you're getting monetized.
Trump's inappropriate enough.
No, yeah, it's really, some people just can't even stand the sound of that man's voice. So I can't.
It's fantastic. It's great. We love it. I haven't lost any subscribers, which is great. So I think we're fine.
Okay.
I've actually
For
gained
now.
subscribers.
I can't. I brought it up, but I can't do it. I need to save it for
fine.
afterwards. So
It's fine. Really quick, I do want to shout out True77 who jumped in and said I picked a really good time to jump in. And
That man always
also-
picks a good time to jump in.
Yeah, and
every
also
time.
to John 907i. Tim Curry's best performance was Pennywise, followed by the concierge in Home. And in Home Alone 2. Yes, exactly.
Home Alone 2, starring Donald J. Trump.
Wow,
I forgot he
what
was
a-
in
what a
that movie.
throwback. Donald Trump was in that movie. I've never
Yeah,
seen Holly
we
in this position before.
Try not to remember
on
that.
camera.
We forget about that.
Or on the podcast, or everything. Nothing sounds right whenever I say. All right, Assassin.
Because she's ready for this to be over.
Yep, she's like she is like DeMarcoing right now hard. All right, Assassin, where you at, man? What you got going on? What you doing with your life? And you have any kids coming or kids going?
God, I sure as hell hope not. I hope not. Well, you can find me on Twitter. I'm gonna be honest, Arcane. When you were doing your, when you were going through your Trump phase, I was going to backhand you for repeatedly saying X. It is Twitter, good sir. You can find me on Twitter. In the link in the description down below. You can also find my YouTube channel link down there as well. I'm going to once again stream
This
Prey
man
later
is streaming.
tonight.
He's posting content.
I am streaming. I will be streaming. Let's see. What time is it now? It's 8:20 where you are right now, right, Red?
Yes, it is.
So I will be streaming 9:30 Eastern Central Time, or Eastern. Did I just say Eastern Central?
Can you get your shit together? Oh god. My mother, on the other hand, I don't know.
All right.
I gave birth to you.
I'll be streaming at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
How about that?
That's
So in an hour and 10 minutes, I will be resuming my playthrough of Prey. I am going to finish it. By God, I will finish it. I am going to stream a lot more on my YouTube channel. I had some personal issues this past week, so I wasn't able to do it. But now that I got that resolved, I can go back to
Can you
streaming.
talk about this personal
Hemorrhoids are
personal
terrible, huh?
issues?
I will not talk about those personal issues.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
But yes,
It
I will
was
be
diarrhea,
streaming
just
from
so everyone
my...
knows.
Shut up. I'll be streaming more games this year than I ever have before. Because someone complained I was streaming too much Siege.
I love that. What are you gonna do whenever you have to switch over to PlayStation permanently and you lose your entire profile on Xbox?
For what?
For Siege.
What are you talking about?
Ubisoft
I originally started playing Siege on PlayStation and switched to Xbox. I lost nothing, fool.
Okay. I guess. Hey,
I won't lose anything,
Joke's on
jerk.
me. Yep. Joke's on me. But hey, look, I'm excited for you to be streaming more on YouTube. I am actually kind of excited. Shout out to John again, by the way. John came from a good buddy of mine, Dalton Paul Videos. I think that's where you came from, John. But yeah, it's good to see you here on the podcast. This is every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, he caught me streaming Silent Hill, which was such a fun time. It was such a good time to do that. I didn't think that I could pull it off.
Yeah, I saw you got a little afraid of some dolls there.
Oh my god.
Some dolly dolls.
Oh my god, yeah. And Holly literally saved me like so much time. She saved me like 2 hours of wandering around aimlessly. So yeah, John, this is that blue number that super chatted in and saved me. Like so good. God,
Holly, you're not supposed to do that.
Well, cause like I was like, I'm gonna be wandering around for like another hour, and Holly's like, it's in that apartment building. I'm like, thank you. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. Cheers, guys. Good fun. The Silent Hill show was great. Fantastic. Yes. Thank you. Anyway, DeMarco, you are finally back in the land of the living. You're on the internet again. You've now plugged yourself in. You're plugged, fully turned on, fully powered up. The voltage is high. You are strong, ready to go. There you go. I'm trying to think of things to say so you can emote them.
He's wanting to go to bed.
Where can people find you?
It's been great. Thank you. I'm leaving.
That's
Bye.
it. Bye, everyone.
I'm out.
She's not kidding. I knew. I was like, she's not kidding. All right, there we go. Fantastic. I love it. Listen, she can do whatever the hell she wants. Look, I'm doing this again. I'm like, she can do whatever she wants. Terrific, fantastic, perfect, every way that you can possibly imagine. Yeah, DeMarco, where can people find you, and what do you got coming up? Can you tease anything, or are you just excited to be back in the internet?
Right now, let's get back into the swing of things. I missed last week's podcast, so just making sure that I'm ready to go and energized and awake to hop back on for this week, and hope it turns out to be a good show. I think people...
Push Start Podcast.
Yes,
Push Start Podcast.
Promote it.
Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think generally I'm pretty happy with how it goes, and want to try to continue to evolve it into something different over time, but we'll see where that goes. But yeah, you can check it out in the link in the description below.
There we go. Check the link in the description for DeMarco and Arcane, and Assassin. Sorry. And
I'm never in the description. Don't look there. You're better off in the search bar.
I'm in the description, though.
Well, whatever. I think Holly made a good
Okay.
choice to leave. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything. It's been such a fun show, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye, everyone.